Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. The SEC just gave 1,053 pages worth of Bill HINMAN documents that it previously was refusing to give. And the firm that received these, it's Empower Oversight, a not-for-profit entity that sued the SEC in December. And so they got something, but there's always a but with the SEC. There's a little asterisk here. There's a little bit of a formatting issue, which I'm telling you guys, the SEC gives zero of the letter F. It gives zero of the letter F. Like it could not care less about any of this. It's just doing what it can to just skate by on the edges of what is legal and what the requirements are as it pertains to the Freedom of Information Act. And that couldn't be more obvious here. So I'm going to share with you the specifics of what we know to this point. And the XRP community, there's a lot of internet sleuths out there digging up all the information. Well, based on what we've got here, there's no shortage of work to be done, so we'll see what gets dug up. But there's a list of people's names who are being effectively researched because it's just public information at this point, and trying to figure out if there's any sorts of additional improprieties surrounding the Billy HINMAN Ethereum free pass speech and other things related to the SEC versus Ripple case. So anyway, I'll give you the latest update, but before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. Just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos about crypto topics as a hobby just for fun. And so look, despite this victory, it is the case that the SEC is still doing everything it can to prevent the release of additional relevant documents by using inappropriately narrow search parameters internally when looking for these documents. And so just to quickly set the table, I wanted to read a couple sentences from this. This is from December 10th of last year. Empower Oversight sues SEC for access to FOIA, Freedom of Information Act documents amid crypto conflict of interest concerns. Empower Oversight filed a lawsuit against the Securities and Exchange Commission seeking to compel the SEC to comply with several Freedom of Information Act requests regarding potential conflicts of interest by former high-level officials and their regulation of cryptocurrencies. In August, Empower Oversight submitted a detailed FOIA request to the SEC seeking any communications related to senior SEC officials and their current and former employers regarding cryptocurrencies. Former senior SEC official William HINMAN received millions of dollars in compensation from his former employer, Simpson Thacher, while helping guide the SEC's regulation of cryptocurrencies. Simpson Thacher is part of a group that promotes Enterprise Ethereum, a cryptocurrency. HINMAN said that Ethereum wasn't a security, which in turn caused a spike in value. And it goes on beyond that. In fact, if you want to pause and read the rest, it's on your screen right now. But basically, a bunch of the stuff that we've been talking about within the XRP community regarding the SEC versus Ripple case, they want the internal documents associated with that to be shared. And again, they got some success here. Take a look at this. So this is the newest stuff from Empower Oversight's official Twitter account. SEC releases emails to Empower Oversight in crypto conflicts lawsuit, still searching for more. And here's the article. After suing the Securities and Exchange Commission for documents related to potential conflicts of interest in its cryptocurrency-related enforcement decisions, Empower Oversight has obtained the first documents from the SEC as a result of this litigation under the Freedom of Information Act. The documents consist of emails between two now former senior SEC officials and any email addresses at the law firm that employed them after they left the SEC, Simpson Thacher and Bartlett. They include 1,053 pages of emails involving William HINMAN, the former director of the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance, and 46 pages of emails involving Mark Berger, the former acting director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement. However, due to formatting issues, many of those pages are almost entirely blank and contain duplicate information. On February 18th, at the SEC's request, Empower Oversight provided a detailed list of people associated with the entities named in the FOIA request so that the SEC can identify additional responsive records rather than limiting its searches to just certain email address domains. And so this is what the SEC's been doing. This is the game that they're playing. They're running ridiculously narrow search results because it also fair enough. Can't argue. It can't be so broad that it's unreasonable. Okay, so they're going super duper narrow and coming up with just about nothing. And so what Empower Oversight is now doing is getting very, very, very specific, and they provided a list of a ton of names that would be potentially of interest regarding all of these topics having to do with the SEC versus Ripple case and the optics of impropriety and all that good stuff that we've been talking about for over a year at this point. And they did give this big old list of names, and so people within the XRP community have already begun their research. So if there's anything to be found, good chance that somebody, people within our community are going to be able to figure that stuff out. We all have the internet, right? So it'll be interesting to see what specifically comes of that, but that's what Empower Oversight's doing in an attempt to get some more specific information, make sure that as many documents as they're entitled to end up getting delivered to them. That's the purpose of this. And you can see here, I'll just kind of scroll through. This is the 1,053-page document. There's some stuff here, but if you scroll down, you can see there's just a lot of this is just literally blank pages. And on my screen, it is still loading, so that's part of the reason why it's showing what it is. But if you scroll down far enough, I think it's still loading on my screen, so maybe this isn't the perfect time to show the example because I guess my computer's being slow. But I did see this earlier today when I was mapping out the content for this video. I had everything fully loaded, and there's just a bunch of letters like down the side where I'm waving the there we go. Hey, it popped up. That's what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. Format and issue. So this says Joshua here. It's just going straight down. So anyway, they knew that this was garbage, and this is what the SEC sent over, just to make things worse and more difficult on Empower Oversight. This is what they sent over. These freaking asshats, dude. I'm telling you, they have no shame. They simply do not care. So technically they complied, I guess, sort of. But that's ridiculous. It's just like, this is like as annoying as if, you had like, say you're buying something and it costs, say, like $100, and then you're at the checkout line. Say you're buying groceries, your total bill is $100, and then you insist on paying for the entire thing in just pennies, metallic currency, in just pennies. Like that's how jerk of a move this is. That's what they sent over, though, folks. This is what they sent over, and there should be more. And based on the list, we'll see what happens here. Attorney John Deaton wrote the following in regards to this everything that's been sent out, including this list of names that Empower Oversight's now sharing. And John Deaton wrote, "The emails that we have received from the efforts of Jason Foster, who is the founder, the guy that's running Empower Oversight, the emails that we have received from the efforts of Jason Foster at Empower Oversight are narrowly focused. What we have so far is a very small portion of the relevant documents. It's only emails between Hinman and Berger and any address with a Simpson-Thatcher email." Jason Foster responded to that and wrote, "Correct, because the SEC's limited its initial searches to only emails to and from that domain, Simpson-Thatcher, even though our request was not at all so narrow. Thus, our admin appeal and request for records about their search methods leading to new searches that are ongoing." So they're still fighting the SEC is the point. And then John Deaton retweeted that comment from Jason Foster and wrote, "This right here, my tweet was inartfully written. The emails Jason received thus far are narrowly focused because of the SEC. I said it before and I will say it again. Jason and Empower Oversight are demonstrating the best FOIA lawyering that I've ever seen." So interesting to see what shall come of this. I'm sure stuff's going to get dug up here. And then my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Digital Asset Investor, shared some of this list, these names, and wrote, "Am I the only one that is uncomfortable knowing that during the same time period that the people on this list were in communication with Bill Hinman, they were out publicly giving the impression they just didn't understand why XRP would go up in price?" And specifically who he's sharing there would be Mike Novogratz. And so I checked out this clip. I actually remember when he was speaking about this at the time. This is from September of 2018, saying he just doesn't get why XRP is going up. First of all, given that he is running a cryptocurrency hedge fund himself, I don't know how he could not understand why crypto does what it does. I don't know what he doesn't get about it. I don't run a crypto hedge fund. I get that the market moves in tandem and randomly prices will go up based on emotional humans. And he's sitting here like he just can't believe it. Like, this just makes no sense. We've never seen this before, which is completely ridiculous. But anyway, so these people communicating with Hinman out there saying negative stuff about XRP. And so this is one example. So maybe there are reasons people are saying the things that they're saying. But as a community, we're all just working to try and get to the bottom of it. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.